happened to meet Moses during his exile from Egypt. As she and her 6 sisters went to draw water from their father's flock, they were harassed by Hansons. Moses, being near, counteracted the men's ruthlessness and assisted the men with further chores. Zipporah was given to Moses for the sake of good manners, Jethro's means of showing his appreciation. She bore the prophet 2 sons, Gershom and Eliezer. Their marriage endured, but there were some harsh disagreements between them. One can be attributed to circumcision, to which Zipporah was not accustomed to, but managed to accept.
Amen.
Amen.
I know all of us have seen the 10 Commandments,
Yeah.
but as I was studying and reading, I look at it a little different now, because I'm like, okay, Moses, he was black-skinned, Zipporah was an Ethiopian, but they don't show Zipporah as an Ethiopian on the 10 Commandments. So I'm like, okay, something wrong with you, but you have to realize where we are, what they're doing in this movie, but I wonder, what if they had made Zipporah a black woman in the 10 Commandments? Would the public had accepted it? What if they showed Moses as a black-skinned man? Would they have accepted that as being the 10 Commandments? Probably not. But I still look at it a little different, like, yeah, y'all playing with us right now. But anyway, so our next person would be our queen, Sheba.
All right.
Okay, so Queen of Sheba, she was an Ethiopian, right? She resided in Africa and in Arabia, usually some stories, either or. But she was Ethiopian, and her famous, she was basically wise and wealthy. She traveled from her country, so from Ethiopia, to see King Solomon and to basically one-up him. She wanted to test him. And usually they would travel, they estimated that it would take them about 7 years to travel from Ethiopia to where King Solomon was, but she actually did it in 3. And that was another, people describe it as a one-up again, to try to see him as soon as possible, or she was wealthy enough to get there faster. She went to see King Solomon and test him on his wisdom because he was wise. And she basically went there to see if he actually was as wise as people thought he was. So she's known for her immense wealth and wisdom and for challenging the wisdom of King Solomon. She was an Ethiopian by blood and land and culture, an admirable descendant of Ham's first son, Cush. Same as the Ethiopian, the Jewish historian Josephus mentions her as Queen of Ethiopia and Egypt. The Bible addresses her as Queen of Sheba in honor of an Arabian country, Sheba, in which Ethiopia dominated during her reign. When talks of Solomon's wisdom spread abroad, this queen, being a woman of respect, did not accept such outrageous news. She felt that Solomon's reputation was over-exaggerated and thus, for assurance, made a triumphant trip to commune with him. So that's the reason why she went and she challenged him. The king welcomed her with honor, granting her full rights to survey his riches. But the queen doubted Solomon and began questioning him to see if he could measure up to his reputation. He answered all her questions and she became satisfied. They exchanged gifts and she returned her